You thought the waiting was a mistake. You thought the silence meant God forgot. But I came to tell you the wait was preparation, because now it's here. What he whispered to you in the dark is about to show up in the light, chosen one. It's time. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. God spoke, and he doesn't lie. Now you're standing in the moments you prayed for, fought for, cried for. This is not the time to doubt. This is the time to step into everything he promised. Today you find out why the warfare was so intense. It was because the blessing is that big. When God told you something was coming, it wasn't random. Heaven doesn't waste words. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. When he spoke to you, he wasn't speculating. He wasn't making a suggestion. He was issuing a decree from the throne room of eternity. What he declared over your life was already complete the moment it left his mouth. He wasn't trying to inspire your imagination. He was announcing a spiritual reality that was scheduled to invade your natural life. Chosen ones understand this. When God gives a word, it is a guarantee from eternity itself. It is not a maybe, it is not a possibility, it is a certainty. God's voice is not casual. Every time he speaks, purpose moves, destiny accelerates, realignment begins. He doesn't speak just to fill the air with sound. His words are spirit and they are life, packed with a power to accomplish exactly what he said. If God told you something was coming, it's because he already finished it in realms you cannot yet see. He gave you the word not to frustrate you, not to tease you, not to set you up for disappointment, but to prepare you to recognize it when it manifests. Preparation is the highest form of honor. When heaven gives you a preview, it is because you are trusted to carry the weight of what's coming. It means you have been chosen to partner with God's intention on the earth. Many people miss their moment because they misinterpret the waiting season. They think God forgot. They think God changed his mind. They believe the silence means cancellation. But the silence was never an abandonment. The silence was an assignment. God was allowing your faith to be stretched, your vision to be sharpened, your character to be refined. The promise wasn't void. It was maturing. The prophecy wasn't dead, it was developing. And now, what God whispered in the secret place is getting ready to be revealed in the public place. What was hidden is about to be highlighted. What was invisible is about to be undeniable. Chosen one, do not treat lightly what God told you. Heaven does not speak casually to people who have no part to play. If you received a word, it's because you are necessary for a piece of God's plan. He called you because your life is tied to an assignment that is bigger than you. Every promise God releases is a seed that must be stewarded. Your responsibility is to water it with faith, to protect it with obedience, and to expect it with boldness. This is why you can't afford to talk yourself out of it. You can't afford to second guess it. You can't afford to downgrade it because of the time it's taking. God doesn't waste words, and he certainly didn't waste them on you. You were given that promise because you are meant to walk in it, live in it, and show the world that when God speaks, the earth responds. Heaven and earth will pass away, but his word will not fail. If God said it, you can build your life on it. If God declared it, you can move with confidence. If God announced it, you can rejoice, because it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. Every moment you thought it wasn't happening, God was working behind the scenes, stretching your character to match your calling. You couldn't see it at the time, but every delay was divine. Every pause was providential. It wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You see, immature hands can't carry mature blessings. An unprepared heart cannot sustain a destiny that demands weight, wisdom, and warfare. The delay was not there to frustrate you, it was there to form you. You cried, you wondered if you missed it. You questioned if God changed his mind. But what you called delay, heaven called development. God was enlarging your capacity. He was sharpening your discernment. He was strengthening your spirit so that when you arrived at the moment of manifestation, you would not crumble under the very thing you had been asking for. The weight built your wisdom. The sleepless nights taught you how to pray with power. The closed doors trained you to trust without seeing. The disappointments baptized you in perseverance. The loneliness taught you how to hear the voice of God without the distractions of the crowd. Everything was working together. Even when it didn't feel like it, you weren't stuck. You were being sent through a process. And now, because of everything you endured, you are able to discern who belongs with you and who cannot walk where you're about to go. You learned how to carry vision without validation. You learned how to move forward without applause. You discovered that God's approval is enough, and that lesson alone is priceless. The struggle shaped your spirit. It burned away arrogance. It purified your motives. It deepened your dependency on the Lord. You stopped chasing outcomes and started chasing obedience. You stopped needing answers and started living by faith. That's why now, when the promise arrives, you will not sabotage it with impatience or pride. You will not mishandle it out of insecurity. You will not lose it because of immaturity. No, now you will keep it because you are ready to steward it. You have been refined, you have been tested, you have been trusted. God doesn't release destiny to just anyone. He releases it to those who are proven faithful when no one else is watching. And now heaven says, you are ready. Delays didn't deny you. They developed you. They didn't rob you. They refined you. They didn't break you. They built you. What you thought was a holding pattern was actually a launch sequence. God wasn't taking you around in circles. He was getting you aligned, strengthened, sharpened for the magnitude of what is about to be placed in your hands. And because you were willing to wait, because you didn't walk away when it got hard, because you chose to stay faithful when it would have been easier to quit, now you will not only see the promise, you will walk in it, you will own it, and you will thrive in it. What's coming isn't just a blessing, it's a responsibility, and you are ready for it because the delays have done their work. You are not who you were when you started. You are stronger, you are wiser, you are ready, and the gates of hell will not be able to stop what God is now ready to release into your life. The attacks you faced were proof that something powerful was on the way. Hell doesn't waste energy on anything that isn't a threat. If you were under fire, it was because you were carrying something precious, something dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. The enemy doesn't fight where there's no treasure. He doesn't attack where there's no oil. Every hit you took, every betrayal you endured, every door that slammed in your face, it wasn't a rejection. It was a confirmation. You were being marked by heaven and targeted by hell because of what you carry inside of you. You thought the warfare meant you were losing, but the warfare was the evidence that you were winning in realms you can't even see yet. You're not crazy. The pressure was real because your assignment is realer. You didn't imagine the intensity. You didn't fabricate the resistance. The truth is, your life carries too much weight, too much glory, too much influence for you to walk through life unnoticed. The warfare that rose up against you was heaven's way of reminding you, you are called, you are chosen, you are dangerous to darkness. The attacks tried to convince you to sit down, to doubt yourself, to question your calling. But today you need to understand, the greater the opposition, the greater the opportunity. The enemy would not waste time attacking something that wasn't about to shift the atmosphere. Your existence disrupts the plans of the wicked. Your presence stirs up fear in places you don't even realize. Every delay, every disappointment, every ounce of opposition was sent to make you retreat. but instead it's a sign to advance. The attack wasn't meant to destroy you, it was designed to reveal you. It was God's way of bringing the warrior out of you. Pressure doesn't come to break a diamond, it comes to prove its authenticity. And you, chosen one, have been proven authentic under fire. Every lie spoken against you, every misunderstanding, every storm you survived was not for nothing. It was setting the stage for the manifestation of what God spoke over your life. You were made to be a living, breathing testimony that what God begins, He finishes. The very fact that you're still standing after all you endured is the evidence that His hand has never left you. You didn't survive by accident. You survived on assignment. God allowed certain battles because He knew they would awaken gifts inside of you that comfort never could. He allowed certain betrayals because He knew they would propel you into places you never would have stepped into otherwise. The pain was part of the process. The resistance was part of the release. This is not the season to sit down and nurse your wounds. This is the season to recognize that if the enemy fought you this hard, it must mean the door in front of you is bigger than you ever imagined. Don't curse the opposition. Thank God for it, because it exposed the magnitude of your mission. It confirmed that your destiny is too large to be ignored. It revealed that you were never ordinary. You were always extraordinary. Now it's time to walk like it, talk like it, move like it. Because the battle was never just about you surviving. It was about you stepping into what you were born to do. God's timing is not random, it's strategic, it's deliberate, and it's perfect. God didn't forget about you. He didn't overlook your prayers, and He didn't abandon the promise He placed in your spirit. Every moment you thought was wasted, every tear you cried thinking it would never happen, was being gathered by the hand of a master strategist. You see, while you were waiting, God was weaving. While you were wondering, God was working. While you were asked, Jor, when, Lord, He was answering, wait, and making it better than you asked. God sees what you cannot see. He knows what you cannot know. There are pieces moving in the background of your life that you don't even realize are connected to your destiny. There are hearts being softened. There are doors being constructed. There are opportunities being prepared that need you to show up at the right moment, not just any moment. If God had released it too soon, you would have mishandled it. If He had opened the door when you first asked, the room would not have been ready for you. Timing isn't just about your readiness, it's about the readiness of everything around you. God is too wise to allow a blessing to land in a place that cannot sustain it. He will not put you in a position where the environment would choke your potential. No, God sets the stage first, then calls His chosen ones to step forward. Or what's happening now, is it late, is not delayed, is not denied, is right on time. It's arriving in the fullness of time, when everything God spoke over you can come together in complete harmony. Trust that when it shows up, it will fit you like a glove. Trust that when the opportunity comes, you won't have to force it, you won't have to beg for it, you won't have to manipulate anything to make it stay. What is for you will recognize you, and you will recognize it. The doors will open because they were assigned to your voice. The rooms will make space because they were waiting for your anointing to enter. The platform will appear because your purpose demands it. Chosen ones must understand this: impatience is an enemy of destiny. When you rush the process, you risk forfeiting the promise. God's timing protects you from entering a battle you weren't equipped to win yet. It shields you from relationships that would have sabotaged your growth. It keeps you hidden from eyes that would have only seen your potential and sought to exploit it. Waiting is not punishment, it's preservation. Facing God lovingly, placing His hand over your life, saying, not yet, but soon. Not now, but soon. I'm getting it ready. I'm getting you ready. So stand firm, stand believing, stand trusting. The story God has been writing is bigger than you imagined, and every plot twist, every pause, every detour was part of the script. When it all unfolds, you'll see that nothing was wasted. No prayer went unheard. No sacrifice went unseen. God was simply positioning everything so that when it happened, it would be undeniable that it was His hand, His plan, and His perfect timing. And when you step into it, you'll realize it was worth every second of the wait. When the door opens, you must walk through it without hesitation. This is not the time to analyze it, question it, or delay it. This is the time to move with boldness. Fear has no place in fulfillment. Fear will tell you you're not ready. Fear will whisper that you don't have enough experience, enough support, enough strength. But when God opens the door, He already factored in everything you think you lack. He didn't open the door because you are perfect. He opened the door because He is perfect in His timing and His purpose. Boldness is not arrogance. Boldness is faith in action. It is the decision to trust what God said more than what your feelings say. It is the choice to believe His word over the intimidation of your circumstances. The same God who told you it was coming will empower you to seize it. He doesn't just speak and leave you alone. He doesn't just call you out and abandon you. No, when God gives you a word, He also gives you the power to walk it out. You have more in you than you realize. You are carrying answers. You are carrying strategies. You are carrying breakthroughs, not just for yourself, but for every life your obedience will touch. When you move forward, heaven moves with you. When you say yes, heaven backs you. When you step out, heaven surrounds you. You are not stepping into this moment empty-handed. You are stepping in fully loaded with divine backing. Chosen ones don't step timidly into destiny. They run toward it with the full confidence that He who promised is faithful. Confidence is not in your own ability. Confidence is in the one who called you. Confidence is rooted in the unshakable truth that God is not a man that He should lie. If He spoke it, He will perform it. If He showed it to you, He will bring it to pass. Destiny doesn't wait for the doubters. Opportunity doesn't linger for the hesitant. When the window opens, you must leap through it with all the force of your faith. This is not the time for apology. This is not the time for small thinking. This is not the time for hesitation and insecurity. This is the time to walk, to run, to charge, knowing that the same God who prepared you is now propelling you. Every giant standing in your way is already defeated. Every mountain you think you have to climb is already flattened under the weight of God's word. The way has been made, the path has been cleared. Now it's your responsibility to move. Your destiny is voice activated. It responds to the sound of your boldness, your action, your unrelenting faith. Don't wait for a second confirmation. Don't look for a second opinion. You have the word, you have the signal, you have the favor. Now, chosen one, it's time to move like it, believe like it, and conquer like it. Destiny belongs to the bold. Chosen one, the thing you were warned about, prepared for, prayed over, it's here. Don't shrink back. Don't apologize. Don't second guess. Stand up and step in. You have been appointed for this. You have been anointed for this. This is your moment to show the world what God can do with someone who dares to believe Him all the way. Doubts are now. You go walk into it.